Okay, guys, welcome back. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it's been a long day, and one of the things that I actually got a wink of was this Tuface and Natasha issue, and that has been trending throughout the day. I've not watched any of the stuff. I saw a bit of those videos and the likes, and I said, okay, fine, it's time for me to just possibly start with this. And without further ado, Daddy Freeze, who a lot of people have been calling out for hosting them, uh, you know, brought two of them. I think brought Two-Face basically online, and just to make him, just to tell his stories. And we'll take it from there. So without further ado, let me just start the watch. So it does this live where it brings people to talk about issues, about life and the like. So I'll start with the interview. Now, I don't know if... Okay, so this is it. So Two-Face is actually now being added to the stream.
You need to shut the fuck up. You need to just shut the fuck up.
Now, I don't know who
You
he
need to
is
shut the
talking
fuck
to.
up, man. You need to shut the fuck up.
Okay. What the
That's
hell?
free. Innocent. They should see us together.
Okay, so that means the wife also wants to actually come on live. Yeah. So that's what I saying. She said. So Natasha and Two-Face, former management, join live to share their story on the trending UK arrest matter. That is what we've got now. Unfortunately, I don't know for the life of me how they're not able to get their phones together. They're not even able to get themselves, to be able to appear. Now you have Daddy Freeze, and whatever these two guys. I guess they're two Baba's managers, right?
So what do they do now? So what do they do? Then I want us that people were inside the commander and make it now. You cannot fix. You have to be. What is your problem?
Daddy Freeze. You don't see him.
I did something. I did what happened?
Daddy Freeze, you don't see him.
Guy.
So the guy should keep calm, okay? I mean, we're trying to solve an issue with national impact here. So again, just watching. Let's see what's happening.
Calm down.
We're gonna calm down. Mm-hmm. So now he's not even been able to figure out how to join the live.
Let's hope that there'll be some stability so we can hear what's going on.
We hope so too. We're waiting. We're waiting, bro. Now, nothing so far. Still waiting for Two-Face to fix his camera.
Okay. Mr. Kaka, if I got that correct.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Kaka Ibokwe.
Kaka Ibo. Oh, wow, Ibokwe.
Yes.
That's a very powerful name in Nigerian music. Any relations to
Christian Ibokwe? Yes. That's my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Okay. So I'm gonna...
You are Christian Ibokwe's son.
Yes. Second
and
son.
You are you are part of the management team for Tubaba, as I gathered.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So this guy works with him.
Yeah. We are a group of individuals, professionals. So I'm one of them. Basically because I run my mom's catalog. I run my mom's music catalog. That's all her songs. So sometimes when you see the songs online,
let me see if I can move
in
on
the media, especially with regards to him being arrested. What exactly is going on?
So this is what I want to know.
Further,
this is what I want to know, because now we've seen the videos. People at first when it came out, people denied that it was true. And then we didn't hear anything. So now the video is out for everyone. Let's see.
Heard Neville Nevada, who is one of my very good friends and has been a great supporter of the Free Nation. Let me call him personally. He also sent me, I don't know if you guys know Neville.
I know Neville.
Okay.
But I haven't met him in the one-on-one. We've spoken a couple of times.
Okay. Neville, they say you two, they join my live.
Okay, so let me move on again. I'm just gonna
incidents.
just gonna move on because I just want to get to the real thing. So this is a 1 hour 36 minutes. I'm not gonna stay here.
You know, we had to go to Lagos, then head to Gatwick.
Okay. Okay. Now it's
Start coming to meet you. So I think Tuface had gone because the Airpeace guys were waiting for us to take us to the bus and take us to the international wing. And they escorted Tuface out. So according to the Airpeace guy, I escorted Tuface out. Tuface was like, where is
So
Natasha?
Airpeace is aware of this.
Yeah. The workers are aware of it. So
yeah. I mean that was where the whole altercation took place, so they should be aware of what happened. Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys.
he said, that where's Natasha? Let's go back and get Natasha. Let's go back and get Natasha. And as he was coming back, she just came and said, you left me. And he started going, started causing a scene. So I had to de-escalate everything. I was like, okay, calm down. No matter what is happening, let's be civil. I know she was screaming. We could put it down to pregnancy, hormones. That is another gist for another time.
How will you? Okay, so fine, pregnancy hormone or whatever. Again, I don't still know why we're litigating this issue, on a podcast. But again, it's trending, it's there. Maybe I'm also guilty, but it is what it is.
I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we boarded on the plane. In short, it was a whole new thing. She got to the lounge. I had to beg her, calm down, let's not cause a scene. Go with him to the lounge, sit down with him in the lounge because they have business class tickets. Go with him to the lounge, relax. We will come and join you once we are boarding. So when we got to the airport, the UK airport, everybody came to welcome us. I think even Tosan came to welcome us. He came with the promoter, came with a lot of guys.
Tosan, is this true?
Yes, this is true. I went to pick them up at Gatwick Airport.
Yeah.
And
okay, so this is the witness. Yeah, okay.
In less than 7 minutes
former
from
management
the,
joined live to
the
share their own story.
Chaos.
It was
Toxic.
chaos.
No need.
Okay, so Kaka is telling the story. That I'll come back to you, Tosan, please.
Yeah.
So Kaka, you got down to Gatwick.
Yeah, we got down to Gatwick and the same thing happened. Everybody was all over Baba.
Yeah, because it's expected. When you marry a celeb, what do you expect? It's always, that's why at times they crash out. I'm talking about the celebrity themselves. It's just expected. Like you marry him, if he's out there, it's either he's disguised or he just goes in with, with a very heavy protocol.
And you know how it is. Started leading Baba, let's buy you something. Let's go to there's a video you see them at a kiosk, like a supermarket kind of thing. So that was at the airport. And Baba went there. They were trying to buy him. I don't know what they were trying to buy him at the airport there, but I was attending to the luggages and I was with Natasha. I was like, okay, Natasha, go ahead and meet Baba. Let me just arrange the luggages. So Tusantu was trying to help me arrange the luggages. Next thing I heard, I started hearing her screaming at the top of her lungs.
Yeah,
That's
so
Natasha.
Yeah.
So the video is not here. Let me see if I can get the video because the video is just not given. Let me see here. What is this? Oh, this is just a picture. Let me see the fight. Okay. So this is it to reveal the origin of Tubaba. During the live stream, the management said their flight started at Lagos because of the recognition. When everyone was hailing Tuface and took him to the airport while abandoning Natasha. Okay, so the guy left the wife. The guy left the wife for whatever, and then that's it. And that was what happened. Let me see if I can get a real fight because it was just all over the place. Okay, so this is it.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do it! Don't fucking do it!
So that's the wife. That's the wife shouting. Right? Yeah, so that's part of it. Let me see if I can see. Okay, this guy came out to give a full analysis of what happened. And let me just see if I can get stuff. Okay.
Yeah, let me go back.
Okay, so this is them trying to join the live. Unfortunately, okay. That's
Kaka, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to just shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up, man.
Oh, okay.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Dad free. Innocent. They should see us together.
The wife, even the tone in her voice, really, it's man, I don't know, man. Okay, so that's it. And let me see. So again,
What's your problem?
Daddy Freeze. You don't see him.
again, I don't expect that this manager self. I don't know why.
I said something. I didn't know. What happened?
Daddy Freeze, you don't see him.
Guys, calm down, calm down, calm down. Let's.
Okay, so again, yeah. So that's the issue. Nothing really, yeah. And then this guy started, giving the narrative. I don't know what's up here. Okay, so again, nothing. I can't spend 6 hours because dramatic moment. So everybody's just capturing this whole thing. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so that's at this point it's sounding like the Tuface story is true. If not, Tubaba needs to sue Daddy Freeze. What is that? At this point, it sounded like the Tuface story is true, and if not, needs to sue. Yeah, I mean it's a true story. We've already confirmed that it's a true story. We've seen that speaks from UK jail after argument. Let me see about aka Facebook. I said Facebook. Tuface and Tuface Natasha drama on Daddy Freeze life is just sad. Yeah, I mean it's a family issue. I hope they sort this whole thing out. Some ladies are under the freeze begging that man step in to try save Tuface and Natasha.
For your man,
let me see,
whatever it is, help. He needs help, please. He needs help.
So they're saying that Tuface needs help. Why does he need help? Because of Natasha? Or what? Natasha is pregnant according to what I'm hearing, according to sources, right? So maybe it's just part of the whole thing. Hopefully everything calms down. Now, this is also on the eve of, is it Annie, right? The former wife, right? And it's just unfortunate.
Not today. Guys, please. Man, stand up for your man. Please.
What do you want us to do?
Okay, let us have a legal perspective in this case. We've got Belinda Uju.
Okay.
Belinda, how are you doing, and what is your take?
Whatever it is.
Okay, so again, Belinda, okay, we need to save Tuface. Tuface is not the victim, he's the perpetrator. How do you know? At Lefty, the common denominator is the toxic one. He should leave women alone. What did he need? Oh my God, English. To get married again for? His serial baby daddy and husband. He didn't know when to stop, and now he's reaping the peace that comes with it. Women, please don't kill Tuface for us, or making her leave him alone. That's another person's comment on that story. Okay, so that's it. Let me see if there's nobody hacked my account. Oh, this was a former video where he came out to spew some stuff, and everyone were like, maybe his account was hacked.
Yo, my people, man. Nobody hacked my account. I'm not talking to you, I want to talk. Understand? I come in peace.
Oh, so that was when he was actually digging it out and fighting with Annie then. Annie Dibia, right? And that's it. Let me see if I can see anything with Natasha. Again, it was a long life, and I'm not getting anything from that, so I just had to move on because it is what it is. I've shown this. Okay, this is 3:40 minutes. Tuface is trending because the legendary Tuface Idibia got arrested in UK after a serious bottle-breaking altercation with the new African queen. Can you imagine that? New African queen. What the hell? It happened last month. Despite Tubaba's initial denial, new video showing cocaine, crack, blood, and other hard drugs suggests the couples were likely under influence. As bloggers private to the situation claim, the video is from their hotel room in Lagos, where they spent 2 days. So he's saying, don't effing do it. I'm pregnant for you. Now every time they shout for me, why are you shouting at me? Wow. Tubaba's new peace of mind, Natasha yells. Can you imagine what people are saying? Tubaba's new peace of mind, Natasha yells at the Benue Superstar in London. Okay, Yari. Let me see if I can get this. So this was when the policeman
Don't do that.
actually got into the matter. They went into the matter. Again, guys, please subscribe if you've not. We cover Nigerian events and things that are happening globally. Thanks. Okay, so again, we have this. Okay, yeah. So this is when he was arrested. Actually, when he was taken.
Chaotic upon chaotic, like videos.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't play because it has a background song, so I'm not gonna be able to play it. But again, yeah, that was a video showing his arrest and all that. Tubaba management revealed the origin of the Tubaba ghost with his wife Natasha during the live stream. The management of Tuface said their fight started at Lagos airport because of recognition when everyone was hailing Tuface and took him into the airport while abandoning Natasha. So the guy left the wife, I guess. When Tuface went to get her, she started screaming at him, but everyone assumed, everyone assumed it was pregnancy hormones. I mean, how would you say that was the case, right? When they got to the UK, the promoter said it would give Tuface 3k pounds to hold. Tuface said no. Please send 1k pounds to my son Nino in Abuja for school things, I beg, and give me the rest to hold. Natasha said, not when I'm alive. Give me the entire 3k pounds in front of everyone, including strangers. And in anger, Tuface said, give her the money. That escalated everything. She also wanted a hotel only in central London, not minding the cost. Okay, I wish him well. I wish him well. And now I know the evildoers, they will start going to Annie's page. More than 5,000 men married and single dropped their interest in Annie Dibia DM within 24 hours after she set the internet on fire with her. Oh, was this happened today? 9 hours ago. Why is she posting? Tubaba will soon realize the biggest mistake of his life. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, this is what it is. Let's just move on. I think that's really what went wrong. Yeah, that's just it. Let me go back to the normal day-to-day politics. So today, one of the major ministers in the Tinubu's administration resigned. Okay, he resigned today, and let me just see. Defense. And let me see if I can get okay. I wish President Bola Tinubu will make the former CDS the next Minister of Defense. So the Minister of Defense resigned today, and I'm not so sure. He gave, health reasons. But again, when people are giving health reasons, I don't think that we should just take it like that. I guess there are some other things happening. The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, has resigned effective immediately. And then we have this news that this guy was the one that just, left. There was a reshuffle. Nigeria, especially the North, will be more than happy to have the General Christopher Musa. So this was the guy that left the administration. And one of the things that was being circulated, not confirmed, was that it was beginning to have a very hard stand against the bandits and terrorists. And as a result of that, they wanted him out, allegedly. So now he actually met, with Tinubu today at Aso Rock. Let me see.
And say that we're killing people when we're actually not doing the same. And guess what? Where the Giwa barracks you were talking about, we have all the humanitarian agencies working there. You have the UN working, local and international organizations are working. Are we saying they are complicit? There is nothing we're doing in the back. So if they don't say it, which means...
So again, there were a lot of effort to get this guy out. There was a lot of effort to get him out.
And Amnesty is equally there. So which means they're equally accusing all these other organizations of being complicit. So
there is no way you would fight against terrorism that there won't be people that would come out with human rights stuff. Because what you're dealing with people that are technically faceless. They don't have a prescribed uniform. The welfare is gorilla. And that's the problem. So how do I take out all these people? That's one of the problems that Israel also had with Gaza and Palestine. With the Palestinian, rather. How do we tell who is the army and who is just a civilian? Because they don't all wear uniform. They all, most of these terrorists, they don't all go in a uniform. So it's difficult to take them out. Let me see what you're saying.
Be clear, you would be prepared to go to the ICJ in The Hague and answer these accusations.
We're not scared of anything because we don't have anything of such.
We've seen Boko.
Okay, so again, that's him talking about what's happening.
Regroup, regroup and regroup. What is your answer to that? That you have in some way fed the insurgents?
The problem is that I think we've talked to international community. Let's find out the funding.
Let's find out the funding. That's coming from the Minister of Defense. Sorry, the Chief of Defense. What is it called again? Minister. Okay, we would just say it was the CDS at the time. They want to make him Chief of Defense Staff. Now he's saying that he should be the next Minister of Defense. Let's find out the funding. I think the first thing that Tinubu should do with his boys, and at this point in time, I don't think we should be finding out the fundings. If we're serious about taking this thing out, I think we should know the funding already. And it's just we're pulling the trigger and going after those that are sponsoring all this evil.
When they started surrendering, by the time we left, so as we speak, we have over 120,000 that have surrendered. Most of them, when you find them, they are coming with hard currencies. How did they get them? How are they funded? How did they get the training? How did they get the equipment?
What is your suspicion?
It's coming from abroad.
Maybe an international conspiracy, you don't know. Who knows?
It actually is mostly an international conspiracy. That's what we're facing. Mostly, it is an international conspiracy. But then there's a local flavor to it. So it's a two-way thing. It takes two to tango. There's an international fund, there's a local fund. So if you're fighting this kind of thing, you've got to understand the international dynamics into it. And then you also have to understand the local, I would say, spice into it.
How are they be able to sustain themselves for 15 years? That is one question I think everybody should ask himself. For Nigeria to be able to hold them, and you go to Nigeria, everything seems to be working well.
You must have an idea. I mean, let's not talk about international conspiracy theories. Let's give some hard facts.
Well, I just leave it at that.
Yeah. There you see, I leave it at that. He knows. I know that he knows. He knows that I know that he knows. He knows the source. He knows where it's all coming from. We cannot lie to ourselves. Until you fix and detect the international part of this banditry and of this terrorism, you won't be able to fix the issue. If you just go after the people that are perpetrating the evil, which you should go after, okay, let's get that straight. You should go after them. But at the same time, you cannot ignore, because each time they can actually recruit more people. Because there's an infinite flow of fund to the bandits.
I'm sure they know, and I'm sure everybody knows that these are the challenges we're facing that needs to be addressed. So the UN need to come in to ensure that, because we need to trace the funding. How are they sustaining themselves for 15 years?
What does the UN coming in mean? What does that look like?
Track the funding. It's international flow.
This is the Chief of Defense Staff a while ago talking about this. It's no longer, it was removed, okay? Way before even Trump tweeted about coming to Nigeria to face all these insurgents. So, what are we talking about? What are we saying? It's a conspiracy, and we know it's a conspiracy.
We don't have control over that.
Whose interest is it to see Nigeria destabilized?
Well, I don't know. You don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, again, that's it. That's just it. Yeah, so again, whose interest it is? Is it this man here is the Minister of Defense today? The entire country is comedy. This is the Minister of Defense, Zamfara Governor. Okay, this is the current minister. to grant 100 Fulani bandits currently in detention at Gizal prison amnesty as part of peace process. This was disclosed by the governor when he received the representative of the Fulani community who paid him a courtesy call. Can someone please explain this to me? Matawale to grant 100 Fulani bandits currently in detention at Guzau prison amnesty as part of the peace process. Terrorist amnesty as part of the peace protest. This thing is already bigger. Way bigger. Way bigger than we thought. And it's quite painful. Okay? It's quite painful. Now, this guy is now in charge of the minister. So, again, if the president wants to have a major move against the bandits, it has to go through this kind of people. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Trump is not even like, he's not even joking at all. Is taking a very, very hard stand against immigration into the United States. It's time to end all immigration. So the current story is that foreign-born share of the U.S. population is now higher than any other point in history. 1 in 6 people, higher than the great wave of immigration in the early 20th centuries. It's now time for another period of restricted immigration. This is coming from the Twitter handle of DJ Trump. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And also the fight between Trump and A.R. Omar is also there. Okay. Let me see. How Nigerians built American biggest black empire. I look at that. SDP leaders, Adebayo exposes Tinubu. I was watching something yesterday. It was a live stuff. And I think let me see if I can finish watching that one. There are still other things, but let me see if I can actually finish watching that. Let me go there.
So thank you so much. So you just addressed.
So this is a Reverend Ladi Thompson, who spoke extensively about terrorism and is being actually on the forefront of that, trying to help Nigerians, as we navigate the big challenge that is here. So let's see.
The whole concern about the US. I'm just asking questions. And then a number of people have been asking in the comment section. Once again, if you're watching, if you have questions for him, please put it, because I'm already picking people's questions. So a lot of people have been saying that they want to know the immediate solution. Also, some people are more specific. Can Nigeria youth take over power from this old elite? Basically, there is a lot of questions about what the immediate solution is and what young people should do. And I'm going to read one other comment from the people asking what the immediate solution is. So this person is saying that they are thinking that maybe this is what you have in mind. Sit at home protest is the same thing I've been saying too. Then
sit at home? Sit at home won't do anything. Sit at home just makes you less productive. I mean, that's it. Sit at home just makes you less productive.
No go come and SAS person. Then no go come and SAS person for him house. Okay. So what do you want young people to do? Are you saying that we should sit at home and then the country will feel our impact? You said it's peaceful, but you are yet to say it. What is
I said
it that
non-violence. I said non-violence.
Yeah, you said it's non-violence. Yes. So
Good.
What is it?
I will tell you the practical things that we have to do right now. First of all, we need to mobilize all generations in Nigeria, not just Nigeria right now.
Okay.
To make it clear that if what America is offering us, contrary to what we have seen America do before, if what America is offering us right now is to come and give value to the life of the average citizen, America is not asking to attack us as a nation, but it wants to take out all
the terrorists,
the people who have been murdering Christians, creating a genocide. What we need to do right now, first of all, is to accept that the kinetics is a part of the solution. Number one.
First and first is that whatever it is that we're doing right now is not working. Whatever it is that we're doing in Nigeria at this moment is not working. So I think that's where you start from. Because how do you have a problem from 2006, 7, 8, 9? It was brewing then, it was growing then. And then you now have it kind of full-fledged, that you now have splinter groups. So first of all, whatever it is that we're doing in Nigeria right now is not working. You start from there. And then secondly is also making sure that the US, even if they come in or if they help, that it's more strategic and then that is backed by action.
The kinetics, I'm talking about the gunplay, the whatever. We need to take out all those terrorists. Nigeria doesn't have what it takes on its own. Why? Yep. We have moles in high places. So the country has to develop the courage, the moral will, to realize that cowards die thousands of times before their useless death finally. We need to have elders who will wake up from their slumber and wake up from their complacence, their cowardice, who will get up and prepare for the future and galvanize elders across the nation. Stop speaking from two sides of the mouth. Encourage the president.
Yeah, again, I think this problem also is even greater than Tinubu. As good as he is, as good as, he's trying to solve stuff, I think this problem is actually bigger than him. And again, possibly, he's made some deals before he became president. So his hands are tied. Because I don't expect, how do you explain someone that has been, in office for 2 years and has not been able to address this problem head on? Meanwhile, he knew what he was going to do on subsidy from day one. He took it out. Forex subsidy, he took it out, despite the pain that then followed. And it was adamant, like, you know what, I'm going to take it out because the fraud there is high. But when it comes to security, it's just kind of mute and just doing some background work. Not that it's not doing anything, but doing some background work. And the result has not been that good. So whatever it is that he's doing, it's not been working.
Build a coalition across the entire country and encourage the president. Number one, we are going into a state of war. Not a war for you to advance your political advance. A war to reformat the country. And we are going to empower you to cooperate with America. And we will go into the war of narratives to show. I personally have too many friends in northern Nigeria, apart from the Muslims, also Christians. We are not going to divide Nigeria. We are going to build the moral will.
Yeah, and I'm the kind who doesn't want that. He wants to go. I mean, he's been always wanting to go all his life. Now with even the arrest and him being incarcerated in Sokoto, I think people are now demanding also. But that one, I think the ship has sailed. The ship has sailed. Okay? Yeah.
And cooperate to take out. We will prove, not just taking people out anyhow. Who was behind sentencing Sunday Jackson for defending his life?
Oh, yeah.
We can prove.
That's
it. Who gave the instruction? Who supervised his killing in a mosque? Proof will be supplied. We can go after these things with forensic articulation. And we will work together with the American Eagle and the Green Eagle of Nigeria to take care of the kinetics. But that's not all.
Yeah, so again, I agree that, I mean, there are these questions that needs to be answered, but asking who did this, who did that alone is not sufficient. As long as Tinubu is not ready, to raise his hand and walk and offend some people who are his political allies, then we might not be able to solve this problem. His eyes is actually focused on 2027. You could see that there was also a luncheon, like they had dinner at the president's house on the order of the wife of the president, despite all of the problem that is happening in the nation. It's that bad.
Our problems are systemic. Even if you killed all the terrorists and leave Nigeria the way it is, they will still come back with greater force.
Yeah, because the fundamental is bad, right?
That systemic problem that they refused to address at the beginning, that they could not address in Awolowo's days. Listen, the new constitution we have doesn't have to be as verbose as that toilet paper that we are using right now, which is not protecting anybody's life. We need to have a real constitution. We, the people of Nigeria, voluntarily, because we are going to build their code. People like us, everybody has friends across everywhere. We do it voluntarily. And then we are calling for an emergency session. I would rather that the president builds a coalition across all divides. We are not interested.
Yeah, so again, we have a referendum that I think Goodluck Jonathan, put together, spearheaded during his own time, bringing people together to chart a new course. And I learned that referendum stuff was handed over to Buhari, and he just tossed it aside. So maybe that's a good starting point. Maybe that's a place where we should start from. The referendum, and again, let people vote. Let people decide what they want. They want to go back to a regional system of government. It's up for the people to decide that. Let's start having referendums. The problem is that a part of the country seems to be always gaining from everything. And so change becomes very difficult, especially when your region is impacted or when your region is the one getting that undue benefits.
I said in the next election, I said this the last time the election was coming up. The next election is to sign a death sentence. I said it then. It's still applicable now. Because these people are waiting for Trump to leave office. They are buying time. They are playing games. They are playing check moves. Our government is falling into that trap, hoping that Trump will leave governance or something will happen, forgetting that we ourselves, we are one heartbeat away from trouble. So what am I saying? In the state of war, while we are dealing with those dissidents, we must now make Nigeria an exemplary nation. Let me quickly give you an idea of what some of the founding fathers, there's a difference between liberating a nation and laying a foundation. Nobody ever laid a foundation for Nigeria. So it's time.
Yeah, we're not. We just had some people that, the Pioneer went and said, okay, it's time for us to get out of Nigeria. And then the British just gave it over to us. And then we got those presidents and prime minister, rather. And then after a while, they start killing themselves. And then we got the military. There has been, when you say, what is the foundation of this country? What's the foundation of Nigeria? We don't have anything. To say, this is it. This is where it stands. This is the vision of the forefathers. This is the plan for us to have a greater country. So they took over this country, again, with allegiance to the British government. And they just messed it all up.
To obey Abubakar Tafawa Balewa's counsel. Look, John Adams said something. He said the American Constitution was made only for a moral and a righteous people. It is totally inadequate to govern any other kinds of people who are
using it. Yeah.
So we need to add a house of faith whose job, they will be sponsored by the faiths. The playing field must be level, but their job is to protect morals and value standards.
Yeah.
A house of traditions, after we finish granulating these things, adding it to what we have right now, their job will be to protect the value of the human worth. Listen, they say tribalism is bad. It's a lie. If it was bad, why did God use it in the Bible? It's just that the misuse of it.
So I don't get what he's trying to say.
Western propaganda. So what we're saying here is that there are theses written on all these things. And we just need to have a house of traditions where if anybody cheats anybody, devalues the life of any of your citizens under you, that house of traditions acts as a counterbalance that can allow the judiciary and set rules, procedures will be laid out. We must lift the value of the life of the Nigerian citizen to a level beyond that of the American citizen as it is today. Not only that, let me tell you there are many things missing in the shambolic democracy. If we continue with this thing, the terrorists will take over us completely. I'll give you one fact.
And that's it. So I'm seeing that there's speculations that this guy, we talked about him, will soon set to be announced. Okay, yeah. as the next defense minister. So hopefully, we can hope that there will be some improvement in the security architecture of Nigeria. We're just hoping. Former General CDS General Christopher Musa to succeed Badaro as defense minister. Okay, that's good. I mean, it was just removed as one of the service chief. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, let me just put that here. We're following the story. Yeah. Okay, let's go on.
Firewall, for example, that we must add. Benjamin Franklin, at the conference in 1787 in America, said something. He said, sir, there are two extreme passions which have a powerful influence on all men everywhere. And he said, these ambitions, this is one, ambition, two, avarice, the love of power and the love of money. And he said, separately, each one of it spurs men to action. Okay? He says, but when you now unite the two in an office, in a political office, people will kill to get there. They will kill to stay there.
Yeah.
So this is what is missing. No checks and balance in Nigeria.
Yeah, no checks. I mean, if you could be singing on your mandate, we can stand in a judicial forum. I mean, the judicial forum. And you can sing on your mandate in the Senate, in the National Assembly. Then where is the checks? Where's the balances? Again, thanks guys for tuning in. I would love if you could subscribe to this channel as we grow this community. Thank you.
Before the eyes of such men, a post of honor, which at the same time is a place of profit, of money making, they will move heaven and earth. And that's why Nigeria is like this. We need to put firewalls into the new constitution, the five-legged tropicalized democratic republic. We need to put this kind of firewalls. If you want to be president of Nigeria, you can't want to be looking for money. Thomas Jefferson, if any nation expects to be ignorant and free, that nation is expecting something that can never be and has never been before. So we have to realize that there are firewalls that have to, and that's why I said to you, the partnership with the American Eagle, we are not going to fold our hands, expecting somebody from outside to come and save us. Everything I'm saying here is because Nigeria is the redemptive nation of Africa. So it's not what America is going to do that matters. It's what we are doing that matters. We're not just going to come in and say, hey, come and do this, come and do this. By the time they leave, we'll be in bondage again. But if we are saying, listen, we thank you for saying that all men are created equal, we believe it too. In 1979, the influence of Jimmy Carter on Obasanjo is the reason why we have an American-style democracy. But I told the Americans here, I told some of the Americans here, I said, you gave us a shiny body, a car that is very shiny, and you put motorcycle engine inside for us.
Okay, let me just move on. I think it's...
We will use your platform to roll out a lot of these things, if you are agreeable, to God's glory. However, this is not games. People are dying.
Yeah,
Children
people
are crying. Young girls, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds are being raped. And Gumi is going around the country and speaking, and people are entertaining him.
I mean, yeah, that's a big problem.
Look, don't let me go into details.
That's a big problem. Someone needs to call whoever it is in Ibadan that gave Gumi that audience and give him that platform. I think they need to actually look into that. Because on a normal day in a sane climb, that guy should be actually under serious interrogation and calling to understand who are those people funding him, who are those people supporting him. Where does he stand? He's met with bandits, he's met with terrorists a lot of times. He's been at the negotiating end. Is there anything for him? Those are the questions we want Gumi to answer. Not him going to Ibadan and telling the people, the Muslims in Ibadan, to cooperate with the Muslims in the north. I believe that there's some level of tolerance that we have in the Southwest as we speak today. So if you want to now model what is happening in the north now that the level of intolerance is high, then there's a big problem. You may not see it now, but it's just a matter of time.
Mother's cry. Go and ask Archbishop Idahosa. Thank God for her life. Go and ask Bishop Mike's wife. Thank God for her life. And some of the leading women in Nigeria. When we tried our best to build consensus, and we couldn't. I went to Benin and I spoke to Archbishop Idahouse's wife. She mobilized across the country. We knew the effect of what we did. When Nigeria was going to trouble, there's a group to which I belong that I am the youngest person there, the budding elders of Nigeria. Dr. Christopher Kolade, Professor Anya, and Gawan too comes in every now and then as a statesman.
Is Christopher Kolade still here? No, I don't. Let me see.
Cool. Look, whenever we get together, the way of peace. There was a time Nigeria was boiling. All they had to do was speak. The temperature of the country came down. So what am I trying to point out? A lot of people cannot afford to think because of poverty. But there's a role for everyone.
Yeah, he died October 8, 2025. Christopher Kolade. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Nigeria. Those in America, I'm coming to them. You have no right to be enjoying the American liberty. They paid for it. Their history paid for it. The checks and balances they put, some people.
That's what I'm saying now. Whatever is happening right now, there is a cost to everything. When they were doing their own thing, and they were not perfect, when they were building their nations, going through their own civil war, fighting the British monarchs and all of that, there's a price to that. There's a price to what an average person is gaining in the US today. Even though there's still a lot of mishap happening in that country, but average-wise, an average person will want to stay in the UK. I'm just saying, in the US. I'm just saying, there's a price to everything. Okay, and when I look at it and I compare it with also Nigeria, there's also a price. There's also a price to it. Who are those that who can say gave their life, for the country to stand and become great? All we've seen are people who actually took from the country, ripped up the resources of the country, shared it among themselves. There's also a price. The people, in the other hand, are the one now paying that price.
Died for it. Then you see one Nigeria still cursing Nigeria all the time. We know what Nigeria did to you is not good. But haven't you entered a place that God has shown you by example what can be possible? Try and rally some of the Nigerians abroad and let us work to make Nigeria better. All you hear is this, the noise of ingrates. As if the country they entered, other people didn't pay for it. I don't want to get in that direction. But I'm saying to you, in the future, little by little, here a little, there a little, we will roll out these things. We've been working on this for almost 25 years, knowing that this day will come. So whether the government cooperates or not, we will ensure that they cooperate with non-violent communication.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything that you have said. I have a lot of questions, but real quick, I know that you said that you only do like 1.5 hours, and it's almost 1.5 hours. I'm truly.
Yeah, the whole thing went up until 2 hours, and yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. Hopefully, we continue having that. So that's Reverend Ladi Peter Thompson with Falajo Adiola Fire.
Sorry, but let's take this. I'm going to try to condense all these questions together. So there has been a lot of concern in the comment section. Some people asking that, do you think that it would be easy to do all these things? Who is going to lead? This is an example of one of the people that have been saying, can you take a lead in this crusade? We're tired of people that will call us to protest while they join the next available chopper to abroad. So
yeah, that's the new model that is working now in Nigeria. Call out a protest, fight, get international recognition, then they move over to UK or to Kenya, whatever.
It's not the only person that has, expressed something like that, who is going to lead all these things to make it happen. But more importantly, this is another example who head all this, who coordinate all these things. There were also a number of young people saying that, well, do you think that the young people can just go and change their constitution or make all these things that you are saying? How can young people?
That's it. Ideas are trivial. Execution is painful. Execution is where everything goes to die, right? Everybody wants to, be president. Not everybody, but a lot of people want to be president. But at the end of the day, what do they have? What do they even have to offer? And that's the big question. What do they have to offer? What do they have to put down, right?
Make it happen. But more importantly, there has also been a lot of comments, concerns about the unity of Nigeria as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are worried. Do you think that Nigeria can unite again and work as one? Because you've said this
there are a lot of questions there.
that the young people.
I think we should allow him to answer the questions.
To work together.
Yeah.
A question that
just answer this. Like I said, we cannot unfold in 1.5 or 2 hours something that has been plotted against you for 30 years.
For decades.
The Nigerian fire brigade approach is not the approach that any sensible person will adopt in problem solving. But to answer this question, let me say this quickly. Man is a product of influence. Man is a product of influence. I remember that in 1968, Obafemi Awolowo said something. Said it is incontestable. Nobody can contest this. That the British not only made Nigeria, but also handed it over whole in their surrender of power. They handed it over to us. But the Nigeria that they handed over to us had in it the forces of its own disintegration.
Yeah, I mean, it was already starting from the amalgamation, 1914. It's more than 100 years now. It was already set up to fail. And that was it. Just the same way you have Planned Parenthood, 80% of Planned Parenthood in the US is actually amongst the Black community. It's not a coincidence. There's already a setup. When the Blacks were liberated after the declaration of after slavery was conquered and people were declared free, what happened? There was a systematic effort to ensure that the Blacks are still kind of subdued, even in the United States. Now, again, I don't throw stuff like slavery and all of those, like Blacks are this, but I'm saying that except you understand the wiring, the dynamics of all of these things, you're still going to be like thinking, based on the initial effort or what they want you guys to think so that you keep being subjugated.
And it says something. It's up to contemporary Nigerian leaders to neutralize these forces, preserve the Nigerian inheritance, and make all our people free, forward-looking, and prosperous. Now, what am I trying to say is this. Peacekeeping is just boots on ground. Peacemaking is jaw-jaw. Peace building is something that requires deep thought.
Yep.
Part of the challenge we have right now is that because of the military, which again was by design, the military brutalization of the psyche of the average Nigerian. The average Nigerian feels very helpless, whether north or south.
True that.
In fact, what they call tragic optimism is what I hear from the average Nigerian voice in the south. Tragic optimism describes what happened to the Jews when 6 million of them were killed in Nazi Germany.
But
it looked as if life was impossible for them. But do you know that all it takes is this? People are still looking for a Messiah.
Yeah.
I'm not a Messiah, and there's no Messiah anywhere. What we need to do is to lift up eternal truths. I'm already revealing some of these things, man. What we need to do.
Okay, let me just move forward again.
It's not looking for a new build unity in our own truths. And as each person takes his own portion and plays their own part, which all of us will understand, we will watch a new Nigeria emerge, a stronger country, a better country. That's why I said to you, I may not have time to go into it, but what the founding fathers of America did was to lay a viable foundation. Look, at the time the founding fathers of America were putting together the foundation of America, slavery was still in place.
Yeah, so the question of slavery came up when they were actually trying to lay that foundation. And one of the reasons why they couldn't resolve that question at that time was that it was not everybody that was actually in with the program. So imagine you were fighting the monarchy system, and then you have a big part of your population that was pro-slavery. I mean, part of this also led to the Civil War. So it was a function of them making a compromise. Do we really want to get this independence? You know, because when you draft this thing, all men created by God, you know, are created equal and all that. They have the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. Then the question is, what about the slaves at the time? So it was more like they actually moved the evil days forward. But in the intent of the founders and those who framed, you know, created the United States of America, they knew that the slavery questions would definitely be solved. But at that time, they didn't have what it takes to actually, you know, factor that in the Declaration of the United States of America.
But this is why I say that the problem of the African is the inability to mathematize inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
What the founding fathers of America did was that they wrote a program. They knew it would live long after them. The program they wrote is the reason. They wrote a program in 1776. The program they wrote in 1776 is the reason why Abraham Lincoln, a white man, was able to sign emancipation and liberated about 4 million people with a stroke of a pen in 1863. So the African needs to understand that peace building is what we need to know. The challenge is that there are a lot of people whose brains, whose thinking, there's a limitation on it. And I don't want to talk about that right now.
I mean, when you've put people into a situation where, number one, you don't even teach them critical thinking. Number two, again, you've made sure that majority of them are poor, that they can't even afford to go to school. And then you have all of these people, you know, there being used, you know, by the politicians as a pawn. Then you've got the religious side to all of these things. Then, yeah, definitely, that's where the problem is.
Well, go and read the miseducation of the Negro and understand why most questions are like this. So when we want to deploy, I don't need more than a handful of young leaders across West Africa. When we instruct a handful of young leaders in North Nigeria, Southern Nigeria, and I mean South, North Nigeria, what we tell them will spread like wildfire as long as they are leaders. Because it's not going to be based on a rhetorical sense. It's not based on personality. It's based on the power that truth has. Truth carries the power. And you see, Nigerians have told lies for so long that many people don't believe in the power of truth anymore. Everywhere. The lies are everywhere.
Yeah.
From the religious places to the political spaces. The corruption, the devaluation of human worth. And it's not our fault. Let me put this for you last.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Everything happening in Nigeria is predictable.
Yeah, you can always.
The reason why the Hydra wants to destroy Nigeria is because the program that Awolowo was said should be addressed was never addressed. So smarter people can see the vacuum. Al-Majiri is born. His mother doesn't take care of him. His father doesn't take care of him. He goes into the hand of somebody who doesn't care about him, who indoctrinates him. Are you better than him? Is it because you are fortunate to be born in a place where your parents are compelled to take care of you?
Yeah, again, I just think about, you know, all of those and I'm like, what is this? At times, you know, some of these people don't just have a way out. They're kind of stuck into generational stuck, right?
Life is worth more than his own life. Let me tell you something. If you are visionary, you will know that the only reason I'm advocating for United Nigeria is because it is Nigeria's destiny to save Africa. And if we cannot handle ordinary Nigeria, how can we save Africa?
Yeah, good point.
But do you know, I was talking
to... That's a good point. And again, at this point where the whole thing is kind of interwoven, it becomes difficult for you to break the country. No, yeah.
One country. That whole country has less than 6 million people. That country started in 1822. They've been fighting till now. They are one of the worst countries in the world. A beggar nation. Why? The architecture of thought needed to move a nation forward is obvious to me. I was supposed to meet their president a while back. I think I first had a meeting with their vice president to some friends of mine. And I was just laughing. I said, 44,000 square miles? Less than 6 million people?
And that's what they're saying, that if Nigeria divides today, then what happens? Because even our level of politics at the local level is so crazy. Look at the Edo State election. I mean, they were fighting within, oh, this guy is not my clan. That guy is not my clan. This one is this one's turn. So just the way we have it at a global level, we also have the same thing at the local level. So what happens? Just even in Lagos State, you see how people different. Oh, this person has to come from Badagry. Oh, we have to, actually, it's the turn of the Alimosho. It's the turn of the Christians. It's the turn of the Muslims. I mean, that's the whole Nigerian politics explained in black and white. Again, thanks for watching. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Sorry about that.
Sitting on prime land in Africa, and you can't see through to reprogram the country.
Mm-hmm.
God will help us.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And I know that you're trying to leave, but last question. By the way, please, if you're watching and you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I beg of you, please and please subscribe. I would truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you so much to everybody that sent in questions. I'm sorry that I'm not able to answer all the questions, but there's one particular question that a number of people have asked. What's delaying America from coming? It's been weeks. The killings has increased, so on and so forth. A number of people have asked this in various ways, various forms. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yes. What has delayed America from coming is that the body language of Nigeria is that Nigeria is telling the world that America is coming to invade, not rescue. So a lot of traps have been set across the world because of global politics, social politics, global. And what has happened is that because church leaders have refused to mention the word genocide, because church leaders, for whatever reason, you'll see that I said to you there's something called the wicked Bible in those days. No, let me talk about that. But what is happening now is that the church leaders in Nigeria, how can a president say there's a genocide on Christians and your president is carrying the sword in vain? And the Christians are crying out, save us.
And then the pastor is saying
common people and Muslims are saying, yes, we don't believe in just raping 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, and I think there are some Muslims that have also come out to say that what is happening in the north is horrendous. That what is happening is really bad.
That's not our God. And we are saying the answer is to blow the religious cover. Then the moles in high places are going around freely. Intelligence all over the world knows those who are walking free, dining with church leaders and whining. And then church leaders are releasing narratives to alienate the only one who has cared about the value or the human worth of young girls who are being raped continuously, young boys who are being hacked to death, men who are being dismembered. Then the international community is telling America, the country says you are trying to invade them. So tell me, who is delaying boots on ground? And without a consensus of truth, yes, there is a genocide. But when you are coming, please, don't come for only the Christians. When America is coming.
Yeah, I think there's no way, like the whole thing, even from the tweet, was specific. We're going to address this issue that if the killing doesn't stop, we're going to come to restore order. They're not coming to, I mean, how would they even take your oil in the first place? All these things that have been shared. What about all the stuff that is happening in the north, the illegal extraction of resources that we're not even privy to? $9 billion every year, according to Groks, is lost due to illegal mining.
Everything America has, which is value to human worth.
Mm-hmm.
God said all men are given freedom of choice. God never forces anybody into any religion. And we're saying to America, your foundation is what we want.
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't just bring guns. Don't leave a vacuum behind. I don't know if you understand what.
Yeah, I mean, don't come in and turn us to another Syria, another Iraq, another all these countries that are really bad.
Saying here. Don't, if that's what we were saying, they would have been on ground a long time ago. But if what we are saying is that we are telling them, actually, you want to attack us. The Declaration of American Independence is 1,337 words. We hold this truth to be self-evident. All men are created equal.
Yep.
And have certain inalienable rights. The pursuit of what?
Life, happiness.
Do we have that foundation?
No.
And if the narrative, the body language,
liberty, life, and happiness
of Nigeria is don't come and save us, we don't have a problem. How justified before God would Donald Trump be if he brought help?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You said a lot of things that some of the things you said today are
okay. Yeah, that's that about that. Let me see. So I just got this one. I learned Pastor Tunde Bakare came out to say that the US, now that has not been proven, right? That US is interested in the oil. And I'm like, well, I've been looking for his video ever since, but I've not been able to see that. Let me see again. Here. So now I just saw that there's now an investigation and interrogation breaking. All the military personnel attached to the government's Girl Comprehensive Senior Secondary School, MAGA, in the Danko Wasagu local government area of Kebbi, where the 26 schoolgirls were abducted, are currently facing interrogation at the Defense Headquarters, Abuja. What do they know and when did they know it? That's my question. What do they know and when did they know it? Again, if you're listening, please subscribe to this channel. We're trying to build a community as we move and also go towards the 2027 elections. Yeah, so let me just see if I can finalize this.
Controversial. Just know that. Which I know you already know. But I also wanted you to, real quick, before I let you go, there are a lot of Muslims watching this. I just want you to clarify that this is not an attack on Muslims or Islam. You're talking about how all of us can work together to make Nigeria a better country, also for the sanctity of human lives in general. And you have also pointed out that the fact that some northern young people have been radicalized is not necessarily their fault. It is the whole indoctrination that we need to work on, right? I just wanted you to clarify that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Let me just say this quickly. Religious tolerance.
Yep.
Religious tolerance is one of the strengths. Religious tolerance is one of the strengths of the Southwest. You'll find in every family in the Southwest, there are Christians and there are Muslims. And the truth is this: there's no compulsion in any religion. So, the greatest gift that Nigeria can gift the world with is that this is the country where we will show that the humanity of man before God is of high value, irrespective. Let me practicalize it for you.
Okay.
And I will name names. Working for Khan, at the time we thought that there was a certain governor that had been radicalized. We assumed he had been radicalized. But I said, no, we don't move based on assumptions in the body of Christ.
Okay.
So I want to openly confess. We buried people in his state.
And who's that?
And these people
I want to know
for months.
I want to know who this governor is. Yeah.
And because my desk was in charge of security then in Cannes, when they brought the report Actually, the Northerners who had been buried in the place, you know what? They started laughing at the Southerners. They said, is this what you call a radicalized governor? There's one group they call Taun. Those was beat up people in that area. And then when the elders intervened, they were released. So they were explaining. The Hydra kills people. It doesn't beat people. It rapes young girls. It kidnaps. It abducts. And by the time they gave me the report, I saw clearly that that governor is just that he talks, I don't want to use the word carelessly, but I found out that all his actions, he definitely was not a terrorist. But the narrative, because of politics, was that he was a terrorist. And I remember that when I looked at that report, the Khan executive presented it, there were forces who had bought into some parties, political parties, who wanted me to change the report.
Wow. Again, that's another problem. Okay, we're talking about a Christian Association of Nigeria. And that's why I believe that this Christian Association of Nigeria, PFN, those two bodies are not optimized and they're not ready, equipped to meet the current situation that is facing Nigeria today. Unfortunately. That's my own thought. I might be wrong.
To give him a bad name so that his political party will suffer
His political career will be over.
And I said before God and man, one day, none of us will be here forever. One day, we will give account of our lives. How can I write that report, knowing that at that time, let me tell you what the point blank truth is. At that time, some of the elements in the North were reaching out to this governor to try and radicalize him. So I took note. Instead, when I met the governor and we began to share about the Omoluabi ethos, and we began to discuss it, you know what the governor told me? He said, our people don't fight based on faith. He said, in the ancient days, the father could be worshipping Shango, the mother worships Oya.
That's in the Yoruba
the
side.
children will follow whoever the mother
the one
when they're
too.
young.
Yeah.
And then when they grow of age, they choose. And that the enculturation program of our people, from when you are a child, when you are learning subconsciously, it is also put into you that any spirit that does not bring progress, any spirit that is negative, any spirit that will take us backward, we should reject it. I'm sure you know that proverb in Yoruba language.
Okay, so let's move on again. Just move on.
It's not entertainment. People are dying.
I looked at the comment section. Some people were defending you that this is how elderly people talk. They don't talk with the full mouth. They just talk in parable people of his generation and so on. But anyways, I just want to say that I'm grateful that you.
Okay, so that's it. Let me see. How can people join abroad?
I don't know if you can hear me, but the internet is acting out again. When I said that internet was acting out the other time, people said it was my internet. That's
yeah. We noticed that. Yeah. And again, so the internet went off again. So if you're still here, please subscribe to my channel where we just cover events that are happening in Nigeria at this time. Also preparing for the 2027 elections, covering issues with respect to major events in Nigeria. This is where you want to be. Thank you so much. Let me see if anything else. I think we've tried covering
it's the second one that most you of the stuff me, right?
Here. Okay,
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, that's it. And that was it. Wow, this was really insightful.
An eagle that came in to help an eagle that was surrounded, and then they both flew together. They both flew away together. So I'm not sure why I'm not able to play it. I truly apologize. I had it queued, but it's not playing. So I'm really sorry. Also, I lost the man of God. But I just wanted to thank you all. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's that about that. Yeah, that was a very good exposition, and that was it. Let me see. I think at this point I'll just have to call it a day. As we move on. Wow, this is Jubilee Piers Morgan versus 20 Woke Student. Okay, I might have to look at that tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate. Please, if you've not subscribed, please do help subscribe as we are trying to build a community here.